I thought about going live, but I know me, and I've already had a few warnings on some of these platforms. So I'm choosing not to go live right now because this particular topic has me extremely upset. And I don't even know if upset is a good word, because I've been upset before, but I don't think I've had this feeling before. It's as if I'm disgusted, upset. I can't believe it, but I can believe it. I don't want to believe it, but I'm the one who did the research and found it. So it's not like somebody's telling me this. It's me going down the rabbit hole and finding the damn rabbit. So let's get on topic. We're talking about Lake Hyco, and we're talking about all the stories I'm hearing from the people that they've been led to believe over the years. Well, let's get to the facts. 1968, the lake was closed due to racism. It wasn't due to liability concerns. Let's just leave that lie out of this. Just because you want to throw a lie in doesn't mean anything. And when are we gonna stop repeating the lie part and stick to the truth part? It was closed in 1968 due to racism. That's it. There's even a court document that says if it was closed for everybody, it can't be racist. Well, why was it closed? Well, it was closed because they said if the white people can't enjoy the facilities by themselves, then nobody would. Those are the facts. So any other reason you might have heard over the years, that's called your parents, your grandparents trying to make you feel like they not racist pieces of shit. That's all that is. You know, I'm not going to tell you I'm a racist piece of POS. I'm going to say it was a lot of liability issues. So that's why the lake was closed. It was a lot of people drowning. That's why the lake was closed. Let me tell you something. Is the city liable for all these killings? I think it is. I think the city is liable for all these killings. And it's because that lake is closed. You don't know how much generational wealth you've lost. You don't know what your home values would have been. You don't know what your schools could have been. You don't know what these children could have been, because they didn't have an opportunity that was stolen from them because of racism. Now, true enough, we took over the mayor's seat in 1997. Still, the lake wasn't open. But what did they do? They went and built another lake, a private lake. And they designed a community around that lake. The homes now ranging from $500,000 to who knows. They're not for sale on Zillow. They have a 1.5 million available for sale. But I'm sure if you got a house bigger than that and worth more, you probably doing pretty good. You're not selling yet. So I didn't see it on Zillow. I didn't look too hard because, once again, I got disgusted looking. Because in this community where the lake was closed, 2 houses popped up for sale. One under $10,000. The other $65,000. You know, close to the lake. That's a very big difference in price. So now when you look at 1968 and you look at the companies that were in town at the time, or in the vicinity at the time, a lot of them didn't renew their leases because their employees were trying to move out to Madison, where the new lake was going to be. See, they don't tell you all these things that are related to the exodus of white people in Jackson. They don't tell you that. They tell you there was a mass exodus of white people. They don't tell you why there was a mass exodus. See, they decided that we're shutting down pools, the pond at the zoo. Lake Hyco, you took all of the activities away, all the fun, family-oriented activities away, and you moved them. Why wouldn't people follow that? So Jackson, being that now we have the majority, not only in the city, but also in our elected officials, why wasn't it reopened? I would like to say, I don't know what I'd like to say, because I think I would be lying if I said that. I think we just chose some real bad politicians that cared more about themselves than they cared about the citizens of Jackson. Because there's no way I'm having another conversation with anybody about bringing jobs to Jackson and that lake is closed. I'm not having any more conversations about what to do with these children. That lake is closed. I'm not trying to have any more conversations about what we're going to do in the infrastructure in Jackson. You close the lake. You don't want to do anything better for Jackson. You don't. What you want to do is make some money now and be happy yourself. And I don't want to hear somebody say, I'm out here, I'm fighting for the people of Jackson. You're not fighting for that lake. You're not fighting for Jackson. Or you don't understand economics. And if that's the case, you shouldn't be trying to fight for Jackson. You should go and watch people fight for Jackson. But I can't find one person that is actually fighting, because I see mentions of the lake, but the fight for it, I don't see. And I just spoke to somebody a minute ago, and I'm hoping that we can start a community conversation. I know that's another show, but I want to have a community conversation so we can sit down and start sharing information amongst the majority of the people about the things that we know. And it seems like other people have been told something different. For instance, a young lady mentioned that she didn't want to have a traffic problem associated with the lake being open. And I was like, that's the third time I've heard that. So that's a message they've been pushing out, as if we can't make roads wider, as if we can't turn some communities into gated communities. I'm not understanding that argument, but I keep hearing it, so I know it's a seed that was planted. The water is poisonous. The water is dirty. No, it's not. We have a council person who said it. I have another person who knows somebody from the EPA who tested it and said it's not dirty. It never was dirty. They said they were considering reopening it for boating and fishing, but not hunting. Why not? And I didn't know about it. I'm like, why would you want to hunt there? Well, it's in the middle of the city for one. However, there were, he said, turkeys and deer over there. I didn't know that. I heard about deer, but I never heard about turkeys. So I'm not trying to have hunting in the middle of the city. However, the boating and the fishing, the jet skis, the barbecues, the beach activities, the community grows around it. And just like in Madison, you have expensive housing that pays taxes that keeps your schools getting better and better. So when you're looking at the schools failing, that lake is closed. You look at jobs leaving, that lake is closed. You're looking at an exodus, that lake is closed. So all of our black officials, y'all do me a favor. Show me you fighting for Jackson and get that lake back open. I don't care who the developer is, who y'all made a promise to. Tell them no deal, give them their money back. Get the lake back open, because I want Jackson to understand what they lost. I got a picture, it's a video I found, and I promise you, they've removed the information from Google, from Bing, from every search engine I use, and I've been an internet researcher since 1998 when I started doing internet research. And I can't find hardly anything on Lake Hyco. But God did show me where I could find some stuff. And I want to thank the people, the citizens of Jackson who make those posts and putting it out there for me to go find later. I remembered that I use Facebook to store information. So I said, why don't I go and search Facebook for some information? And I found it. I got pictures of people, videos of people that they've posted, and all these things are talking about, why are they closing the lake? That's a bad idea. I'm so sad. So the citizens didn't want the lake closed. They didn't know. They knew the potential of it. They didn't want it closed. We've always been hoping it would reopen. And I'm assuming that's why we elected so many black officials. It's because we thought you would get it back open. But it seems as if you didn't care to open it. Or is there a racist agenda behind it stopping you from opening it? We want to know. We want to know why it's not open, why it's closed. And don't tell me the water dirty. Don't tell me about no damn liability issues, because we have lakes around the state that are man-made lakes, and Jackson, Mississippi, is the only one claiming liability issues. You liable for all these children getting killed out here too, because those jobs left because of that lake closing. You want to talk about liability? That's a liability. If we had 10 people drown at that lake every year, but we didn't have but 50 murders a year, Jackson winning. Tell me I'm wrong when we got more murders than anything. Who's liable when someone drowns at the reservoir? Who's liable when someone drowns at Crystal Lake? You don't hear about that, do you? But whenever you're talking about Jackson, it's a liability issue. And let's talk about how the people act today. The reason they act like that today is because you took anything that could have helped prevent this from getting here. You took it away. I take away everything you can make money with, you can prosper with, but I'm blaming you for being poor and acting the way you do. Now, if I give you all the opportunities in the world over here, out here in Madison, good schools, good books, neighbors are good, your parents got good jobs, you're expected to grow up well. But if I take your lakes away, I close all your pools and your ponds, the businesses start leaving, and now your parents are basically working minimum wage jobs. Some of them are barely getting by. Some of them working 2 and 3 jobs. The kids are now struggling to learn in the schools that are underfunded. I'm expecting you to have problems growing up. That's common sense for me. But for some reason, your elected officials don't seem to have that as a priority. Or if they do, I'm having a hard time understanding how that priority is working. So I'll challenge the 7 council persons, the mayor, however many damn aldermans it is, all the House of Representative people, anybody who's asking me to vote for you and support me in the damn election. Get that lake open. Don't talk to me about you trying to do better for Jackson if that lake is closed. I don't care who the developer is. Y'all told them they can develop. Let me tell y'all something. Don't nobody want no damn walk around shopping malls. This is not 1990. This is not 1990. Most things are online right now. AI is finna take the place of most of these jobs. You're not thinking. You're not thinking. If you think that a walk around shopping center, we want to have some apartments over here. We have so much land available in Jackson. That's the worst lie y'all could have told. Right down the street from where the lake is. Right down on Northside Drive, going towards Clinton. If you wanted to put some shopping malls somewhere with a walk around area and parks and stuff between Jackson and Clinton, that would have been a brilliant place to put it. See, that's called brilliant planning. Draining a lake, that's called racist planning. That's not called strategy. That's not called we thought it out. That's not called the best developing idea. No, that's called just racism. Just call it what it is. It's pure racism. You closed the lake. You didn't want any black people over there. And these officials now seem to have let that continue so long that they don't care either. Well, I care. I care enough till we're going to make waves. And even if it never reopens, guess what? Everybody's going to know that these elected officials that we currently have, they're the ones who destroyed Jackson. From the time it closed up until today, whether they were white or black or Mexican or Chinese, they participated in the destruction of Jackson. You don't have to look for your name in history books. We're going to have you on one page. Garbage. You can look for UNG. Garbage. And it's going to have all y'all names listed. Even these rich people around town who got these plaques for this, and I done gave you a plaque for that. I need y'all to leave Medgar Evers out of this. Don't leave Dr. King out of this. Don't be trying to celebrate Malcolm X. Those men would be 100 years old today. And in that time that they've been gone, who is even impressive when it comes to fighting for the rights of people? Who's even impressive? Like, who think they gonna get a street named after them in every state of America? Who think they gonna have a holiday? Who thinks I'll put their face on a t-shirt when they die? So right now we're looking at a city that has an opportunity to change the world for the better. We have an opportunity to show the rest of the world all the mistakes that we've made in Mississippi, all the negative things we've been through, all the things that we've allowed to happen. Let's put the brakes on it right now and stop. Let's just stop. Let's take a look at ourselves and say, is this the future we want for our children? Is this the future we want for ourselves? Is this how we want to be remembered? As the people who had an opportunity to change the lives of so many around the state, but we chose to fatten our pockets and die in shame. Oh yeah, this goes to the state too. Tate Reeves, governor, you live in Jackson. So you're not immune to this. Mayor Horn, I know you're new in Jackson as the mayor. Take the reins. Do the right thing. Find my page, Purtis Williams, or Project Humanity. That was the HUE. That's for all the colors of us. See the post. Avoid the cussing. That's me angry. I have a right to be angry. I'm calm when things are calm, but I'm angry when it's time to be angry. It's a feeling God gave me to let me know when it's time to fight. And people who say they don't have that, those people are liars. And I don't like liars. So please don't expect me to start lying because other people are so comfortable when they lying to you. You know, evil is really comfortable doing evil. So when I see it, I understand it. Like, what's your end game in all of this? Calm as you can be doing evil. Well, I'll ask y'all, what is your end game? Because I will not allow any of your children to be happy and successful behind you screwing over the city. We're finna start boycott. You need to, when you see your elected officials, instead of you saying, hey, how you doing? Y'all need to look at them like this. Damn shame. Get that lake open. You need to really quit celebrating them. Look, get that damn lake open. Y'all know how many of these, every child that has died in this city is on y'all hands for decades. Every child that has died is on y'all hands. That blood on y'all hands. because you could have done better. You could have got out of that racism and all of that. Tate Reeves, you so happy about bringing jobs to this racist ass state. Y'all need to boycott Mississippi. Don't bring your company here to this underhanded, low-down racism. They're just hiding it and smiling in your face, but they racist. How can we be a United States of America melting pot when you're nothing like that? And y'all wondering why China got cars that we're trying to keep out of America. It's because they work together as a unit of people. It's dark-skinned people in China too. Y'all just don't see them on TV. They have dark-skinned Chinese. They work together and they developed a country beautifully. We divided and can't drive down the street without hitting the bump. They lifted 800 million people out of poverty. We constantly putting people into poverty. But we have money to blow up stuff, and we need to protect ourselves from the stuff we keep doing wrong to other countries. Mississippi, you're no different. You doing people wrong, no different than the country doing people wrong. It's almost like y'all, why do y'all even go to church? Stop getting on here and talking about you a Christian. Jesus don't know none of y'all. What happened to love your neighbor like you love yourself? So you would close your lake down? Love one another deeply. Loving one another deeply means I'm able to forgive you if you turn and do the right thing. I'm able to forgive. I'm going to end it right there. I'm able to forgive if you all turn and do the right thing. Repent of your damn sins. And hey, I'll judge you so you can judge me. Don't be talking about your Christian stuff on Sunday when that lake is closed over there for racism. Don't get on Facebook putting no damn Bible quotes up there when that lake is closed for racism and you live in this city. Don't do it. Just say I'm a racist and I go to church just to show face. That's what all y'all should be doing. Black officials and white. Just say I like to go to church to show face. I don't believe none of this stuff. Right before I started this video, guess what I looked up? What religious group was Hitler in? He was raised a Catholic. Christian. So that's how much I believe you are Christian. Followers of Jesus. Yeah, you about a follower of Jesus as Hitler was.